Hello, my name is Akela Thigpen. I am a digital cinematography student at Full Sail University. This podcast is my week 4 final project in art history. This assignment involves interviewing a professional in my professional field of study. I chose to interview Jake Postma. Jake is a media maker, an editor, and producer. Jake is also the manager and operator of GPAC 23, a local television network in Greenville, North Carolina. I asked Jake a series of questions related to visual art. I wanted to know Jake's take on art history, the different styles of art, and how he incorporates visual art while creating digital media. Let's take a look inside. Jake, what do you see as the role of the visual arts in our mass-mediated world, and particularly in your profession?
I see the visual arts as an influence on how we can do a nice job, basically. A still photograph or a still visual art painting or whatnot provides us a blueprint, perhaps, of how to make good images, composition and lighting and that type of thing. And I think the visual arts can help guide media makers who are dealing with arts that are visual but continually moving. So you're making 30 pictures per second instead of one picture.
With new communications and media technology, imagery is almost instantly available. Do you believe that this is having a positive or a negative influence on the industry today?
The negatives would be just that there are more challenges. And as far as I've been making video for 40 years, and it used to be that you had videotape. I mean, I started back in the early days when videotape was 2 inches wide, and mostly if we shot it or we recorded any video, it was done on film. We actually shot a TV set called the Kinetoscope, and we recorded. So now that being instant, it's much different, even with photography, where old photographers, or not old photographers, but the old style, you take a picture and set the exposure. It'd be on a film. You have to process the film, and then you go into the dark room and you make the picture. Nowadays, we can do it instantly. You know, a little app on your phone, and you're creating some of the same things with still photography that you used to have a dark room and take a lot more time to do. So I think you lose some of the appreciation of that process.
In your profession as a video maker and a TV producer, have you used these instant mediums to post your creations?
Yes, and mainly because people demand it. Demand is not really the correct word, but that, you know, we get a request for it. I mean, I operate a basic cable television facility, and that's fine, but people still have to linearly watch the program whenever I schedule it. And people can't always do that. Not everyone subscribes to the cable company that we work with. So to make the programs that either I create or that my station has, to share them with more people, you have to go to these other mediums because they are more accessible to people. So it's we have to use it because that's the way the world is going, and I think it won't be long until we'll all be looking at our little personal television sets, and the only way TV will be distributed will be through one way or another of these newer technologies that we may not even know exactly what it's going to work out to be.
What popular images do you see that are frequently rechanneled throughout the entertainment industry?
The Scream, if it's an image that has been animated and done other types of stuff. So I guess what I'm saying is the Scream was a still image that has expanded, and as many other pieces of art have as well, and their use have expanded. Andy Warhol made a soup can, but or the way he painted a picture, and now they use it for Obama. The same style was used for an Obama campaign poster based on previous images.
Are there particular images in this industry that has popularized or been created?
Yeah, I look at using the visual arts as a prop. If we were in a living room or an office set where you wanted a painting or something in the background, and if we really get serious about creating the set, I would probably go to furniture stores or secondhand stores to find if it was a timely type of thing. And there may be a painting there and say, hey, okay, that fits the time.
Who is one of your favorite visual artists, and what is your favorite style of visual art?
Rembrandt, I would say, and his style of painting, and that goes into the area of also the way he lit his subjects, and that's something that's inspired me, and it's still something that I think we can use today, and that I use today. Even though we have these instantaneous images, we can put it on YouTube right away. Lighting is still lighting, and the fancy tools don't make lighting. A human has to do that, and you can follow an image such as Rembrandt.
One last thing, how has your knowledge of famous artworks influenced your creative process?
Well, I go back to Rembrandt, I think, again, is that I challenge myself when I'm lighting a set or trying to set something up, and not as much now as it used to be because I was more active in it, going on location and lighting things, is that I would use my knowledge of Rembrandt or those styles of paintings or how great artists created their stuff to try to do the same thing. Little pockets of light here or there, or areas that are darker or not. And if you just take one light and blast it on a subject, you can't control those types of things. And you can, through lighting, make one little spot brighter or darker, which is what an artist did and still does. And so I use that all the time. I can't do it as much as I would like, and probably the result isn't always visible, but it's part of my process, and so it gives me a little inspiration. And it's you try to do always try to do something a little differently or creative, but you're always copying someone else. And so Rembrandt, or those kind of styles of those artists back in the whatever that was, in the 15th, 16th century or whatever it was in Europe, I like that style.